Hello YouTube, Dark Mega here, and today I've got a short relay battle against Flareon something numbers, also known as Red, as most people know him from that. So just ignore this bit at the start. I'm not going to be talking about the battle, it's roulette. I don't take roulette seriously, it's more just like fun match really. It's extremely short, it's like 14 turns, which is, as you can see, this is not going to be sped up either, because if it was sped up it would be like, what, 2.5 minutes, which it's not really that long. And since I'm not going to be talking about the battle, it's like not something that you're probably not going to be focusing on at all. It's just going to be, well, yeah, I'm going to explain why I'm doing this, because I needed something to talk about, because this is not really a battle I can narrate. And then Gator uploaded a Halo video with him talking about how he got into Pokemon, and I thought, that would probably be something I'll end up doing at one point, and I'll probably just do it now because I've got nothing else to talk about. So yeah, well, right, so when the Game Boy Color came out, and Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow. Well, Yellow came out with the Game Boy Color, I believe. Red and Blue were already out before that. I got Game Boy Color. It was Yellow with Pokemon Yellow, and that was basically it. That was me started on Pokemon when I was young. It was a big thing then. It was quite popular in the UK, at least where I came from. So like everyone around my age had it, and then since it was popular, obviously I played it there. And as I got older, I did buy the new games, the new Game Boys, etc. because it was aimed at my age group basically. And I think the last one I bought up till then would have been Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Emerald was the last proper like not Nintendo DS but like proper cartridge. After that, I did get Pokemon Diamond for my Christmas, but obviously I played it, I think, playthrough once, and then that was it. I never bought Pokemon Platinum because I obviously didn't play it again. I never touched it. That was it. That was when I was about, what, 8 maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I never touched it since. And then I was on YouTube, obviously, I was watching videos on YouTube, and then I think I saw someone doing a Pokemon Let's Play. It might have been Blame Truth or Maryland or someone like that. And I saw all these Wi-Fi battles and stuff, like all these Wi-Fi battles, and I was getting bored of like the standard game. This is not that long ago actually. Like standard games like Call of Duty where you would run about shooting people. It's not that exciting. So, this is when I was about my second or third year of high school. So what age would I have been then? 13, 14. If I'm 16, yeah. 2 years ago, 13. So yeah, but 13 or 12. I was getting bored of the usual Call of Duty run around, and Pokemon seems I'm more interested in games that take a lot more brains. You have to think about what you're going to do. So that's why games like Empire Total War and just Total War games in general appeal to me as well. Because you can't just run in there stupidly, spray a gun, and then get loads of kills and points, and then look amazing. You actually need to think your way through it, which is what you need to do with Pokemon in a lot of ways, because it's obviously, I think Wild Chase compares it to chess, which is a really good analogy, because it is, you need to think about what your opponent's doing and then react to that. And yeah, it's just a good game in such ways like that, obviously. And yeah, so the fourth gen, well, obviously I played Pokemon Diamond for 4th gen, but I soon bought Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver with a new DS. Well, I never wanted it. It was either that or Zelda, and I've never played Zelda either, so I didn't want Zelda. It never appealed to me, so I got Heart Gold, Soul Silver with the Pokewalkers thing, and that's all good. And just to say, I did get into 4th gen around when Chomp, well, maybe I think when Mence went Uber, I was still probably a noob, so I never knew what that meant. But around when Chomp went to Uber, like before that, that's when I properly started playing, and unfortunately Chomp was part of my team and I missed that he went Uber, so a couple of months after that I was probably still using it. But anyway, I wouldn't be the only one using it, I guess, because a lot of people still don't think Chomp and Mence should have went Uber, but Mixed Mence was broken. There is no doubt about that. In fact, no, I started playing properly just before Mixed Mence went Uber, because I used that a lot as well. I think I took a break. Yeah, that was it, sorry, my mistake. I took a break over when Garchomp went Uber, and I came back and I never realised, because obviously I did get bored of it, because I don't know why, because I only thought there was OU, I never knew UU and NU. By the time I came back, I'd learned all this new shit, got good at NU especially, and NU was something I enjoyed playing. I wasn't amazing, but I was good. To be fair, I just pissed about with custom sets, and yeah, that's where like my favourite was probably, along with gyms, I think, was Stockpile Gastrodon. It was just totally beast. And yeah, so around then I think I had an action replay, and pretty shit, to be honest. And got my ace card and shit from there on YouTube and stuff. But anyway, what was I talking about? How, yes, I got into it through watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. I'm sure a lot of people would have joined me there because they would have played it when they were younger as well, because it was quite popular. Obviously kids nowadays are more interested in like PlayStation and shit, which I do enjoy playing, but they get extremely boring, especially when games like Modern Warfare 2 came out, and as soon as someone found something that was broken, like NoobTubes, there was no way to get rid of it. There's no like sensible community, if you know what I mean. Well, sure, there's like competitive styles, but on Pokemon we all play by, well, most of us play by Smoggin rules. Therefore, if something goes uber and it's broken, like a broken combination that is clearly broken, that will get banned and no one's going to use it and annoy people. Sure, people whore and people moan about whores in OU, but you're playing OU, they're the best Pokemon in a sense, and they're going to be used since they are OU, and that's making them not whores, just OU pokes. But people moan about whores in other tier like Crest, but I really don't care about Crest. As long as I've got my choice banded Crunch, you know, I'm going to take that thing out, hopefully. Or I can just phase it out. You know, whatever. I'm not really bothered about Crest. But it probably shouldn't be RU because it is pretty broken. But anyway, it's coming to the end of this, and that's about it. Right, I was talking about how I got into Pokemon. Started having a little bit of a rant about PS3 games and Xbox and games and shit like that. Told you what sort of games I liked. Then went on to say people moaning about whores are just stupid. Which is true, because people like moan about Wild Chase and they won't watch his videos because he uses stupid, well, not stupid pokes, sorry, he uses whorish pokes. So fuck off, I just completely contradicted myself, sorry, because he uses OU pokes and he doesn't try lower tiers as much. But if that's what he enjoys using, and then obviously OU is a lot more predictable, it's a lot more a mind game, because in UU and RU people use a lot more custom sets, because Smoggin especially has not released sets, which makes it harder for people to jump into a game. Although people have been making databases, every single one of them so far I've seen has missed out sets that could be in there. And yeah, because obviously not one person is going to think up every set, and making like one person making a database is good, but it's not the best idea. I would say maybe getting like a group of people like Smoggin does, obviously, and getting on a forum and then deciding it like that, and you could probably come up with a lot more, probably triple or double the database. But anyway, I'm going to shut up about that now, as the video has ended and you're going to be watching a black screen, which doesn't bother me because I'm not watching a black screen. I'm watching whatever on my TV with no sound, which I have no idea what it is. So I think that's going to be it, and I'm just going to summarise it up now. I got into Pokemon because I played it when I was a kid, got back into the competitive aspect, never bought Black and White. It's the only Pokemon game I've never bought out of a series of them, because the story's shit on Pokemon games, so I'm just using the ROM. And I'm enjoying the Wi-Fi battling, even though people complain about broken stuff like weather, smashing past, I don't care. It's just more about having fun, and it's a lot. I don't get bored of it as much, but I do get bored from time to time. But I do, that's why I play lower tiers, because it's more unexpected and I'm not usually seeing the same thing, which doesn't bother me. But yeah, so that's going to be the summarise of that. Goodbye, rate, comment, subscribe, and goodbye again.